Sit back, relax, and let me tell you about my trip to the Dominican Republic. This was a really surprising trip for me. This was also the first time I ever made a solo trip out of the country, and I never expected my first Caribbean trip that is a tropical trip to be in the Dominican Republic. This was a very last minute and really unexpected, and kind of surprised myself on this one because this was a first time event by my business coach at the time to make a gathering of people for a business conference. And the place this team picked and booked is this place called, which Club Med. I was trying to think how it was formatted, the name. This is in St. Michel's. So this is St. Michel's Club Med, or Club Med in St. Michel's. This place was gorgeous. I just can't describe how gorgeous this place was. Like, all the buildings were gorgeous. The costumes, the people, the friendly people, all amazing. Everybody is your friend there. They call you their friend. It's my friend, my friend. And they're so friendly. All the staff was like a one big family, so that made it even more enjoyable. There was so many stories that they told there as a crew person, like the people that are on stage there dancing, our guests right now, but the ones that were just on stage were the actors, and they were in a lot of the performances that I'm sharing here, and they literally were like family. So they were there drinking after the performances and just hanging out, and they were so happy. They were like the most happiest people that I've ever seen working at a place. And you would really consider this like as a lifestyle. And I could see why a lot of people that get into this type of industry stay in it, because it was just so cheery. Not only that, like I said, the buildings were absolutely gorgeous. I stayed at this little house that was right on the water, and this was one of the restaurants that I'm passing by. I got rides back and forth to my place. This was just coincidence. It was it wasn't really planned, but it just kind of happened that every time I was going somewhere, somebody actually picked me up in one of those little golf carts. And I had a person I could call for help or assistance, especially if you do pay the extra money and stay on the water, which it really wasn't that expensive, guys. I believe my whole trip only cost me like $500. It might have been also because there was a deal, because I went with, like I said, a business conference, but I just looked up prices. So they're still amazing. And I highly recommend that you go to this one, because just look at this place. The weather was absolutely gorgeous and stunning. And the stories, again, like the crew people told of how a lot of people like meet and fall in love, and then they come back year after year and become a part of this club that's called Club Med. This is very French focused too, which I found very interesting, because since going to Dominican Republic, I've actually went back again. The other one I went to was in Punta Cana, and honestly, this one's still my favorite. Punta Cana, absolutely gorgeous, and I will share that trip too, because they're just so different. Also, amazing place and everything, but this one, I love the house that was on the beach. I love the events they had. They had the aerobics in the pool. They had night shows, as I showed you. Not only that, they had a lot of restaurants that were open right on the water late at night. They have yoga in a hut, which I really wanted to do. I just didn't have that much time. The night events they had music and like a performance on the water, which was amazing. They also have like a lot of things to do with like endurance. Like they have water sports and water rental stuff that you can get out on the water. They also had like the circus thing that you could do right there on the resort, which is coming into the resort. They also had excursions outside of the resort, which I didn't find out until I was leaving, which was kind of disappointing because I would have loved to stay another couple days, but I am definitely going back to this place. And those mountains in the distance are absolutely absolutely stunning. I highly recommend that you book a trip to here. And I am not getting paid by this place to promote it, but just look at this view. You will love it.